Hello and welcome to the FIBA Basketball World Cup. We are here in Jakarta, Indonesia, and this is the pre-tournament press conference with Latvia. And we are joined by head coach Luka Banki and captain Dairis Bertin. And welcome to the World Cup. Can we get some statements first from Bertin, please, about how you feel heading into this World Cup?
Well, hello everyone. We feel really good coming into this World Cup since this is the first time ever for Team Latvia. So we've been really fortunate, but at the same time, we know that we deserve to be here because of our qualification. We were one of the best teams, if not the best, and then we're really glad to be here, and we're ready to compete, not just to participate.
Great, thank you. And coach?
Hello, everybody. Of course, personally, and representing also my staff is probably the most exciting moment in our basketball career. Being here, represent Team Latvia, is something makes me very honored. The path we had arriving here made us conscious that we did an amazing job. For sure, from tomorrow we will sit at the same table to comment wins or losses, trying to balance emotions. But I believe today and this moment is time for the joy, is the time for the pleasure, is the time to celebrate a group of players and clubs, a federation who did an amazing effort to allow the team to be here with, the strong desire from our side to be able to compete in front of the best coaches, players, and team all around the world.
Great, thank you. And do we have questions in English to start for either coach or player? We'll go right here first.
Hello, I'm Renis from Latvian television. For the coach, a great journey to come here to Jakarta, pre-qualification and qualification. What do you want to achieve in this tournament with Latvian squad? And also as a coach, maybe one little goal is to beat Team Italy if we get to the game against Italy.
No. Okay, let's say we are totally focused, and I'm totally focused, trying to give the team the instruments to compete. We are into a very difficult group. We can talk very open. This group and these all 8 teams are in Jakarta will offer the fans probably a kind of appetizer of the World Cup, because there are candidates for the gold and they are playing with the same goal, that is to achieve the next group. So nobody can underestimate a single game. As a coach, my goal, as I told you, is to prepare the team. I know how stressful will be play such a kind of game in order of basketball technique, athletic and physical demanding. But that's the goal I really want to achieve. No matter of the wins or losses, I want to see my guys compete and have the pleasure to play the basketball is the more functional of their skills and their quality. Personally, I don't see over the next game with Lebanon, not to think about maybe that will be the chance one day to play against Italy. Never happened before. I really don't know, and now I really focus all my energy into the next game, and then every second day another game, and that's what make your mind totally occupied. You're welcome.
And any other questions?
Chris Tolp with FIBA Media. This is for Darius. Now that we're one day out from your first game against Lebanon, what are your emotions like heading into that game?
Well, it's pretty much what Coach said. I mean, after the last preparation game, this has been our focus, not any other games or any other teams. Our focus has been Lebanon. I know they're going to be a tough team to play against, but we've been doing our homework, and we'll do it good. So I feel confident that it's going to be a good game tomorrow.
And any other questions in English? Okay, if not, we can move over to questions in Latvian. Go ahead.
Coach, please, short preparation about next game, the first game. If we look on the squad, it's like the shortest team in World Cup. What will you prepare for the next game? How could you characterize? How do you see the team Lebanon?
They have a very specific identity. A team who perform thanks their spirit. It's a team. They really play together, both hands. They are very versatile. Their big men spread the court very well. They have a very sharp shooter on a perimeter, even between the bigs, and very fast, crafty, and creativity guards who can, offer a high-paced basketball and a very aggressive defense. Their style allowed the team to perform very well during the qualification tournament. They were probably the first team all around Asia to achieve. They collect many wins. They collect many good performances. But no matter of the roster, generally because of their style and their identity. We expect a very aggressive defense. We expect a very dynamic team, and we expect a very versatile offense where big men can allow guards to enter the paint because they space the floor very well.
Do we have any other questions? Yep.
Hi, Coach. How challenging is to play against these kind of teams?
It is. Let's try to have a wider vision about the World Cup. When you arrive in a tournament like this with teams who represent 4 different continents, and let's say totally different style of basketball, you have to adjust. You have to be prepared, and that's the criteria. For example, we select our opponent during the preparation. We had the possibility to touch European teams, South American teams. We finish our preparation traveling to Taiwan, where we try to adjust and adapt to the new time zone to play a team like Puerto Rico, and then one of the most structured, physical, and intense and experienced team in entire World Cup like Lithuania. Here you go first day against Lebanon, and as I just said, you have to expect a high-tempo basketball with undersized player, with big who stretch the floor and shoot the threes, with people who run the floor incredibly well. They go for a high-volume possession and shots. And in next 2 days, you face several NBA players who have their specific style. And and it happens almost every game that you have to adjust. But if you come our hotel and you take a look around, 8 teams sharing the same room for food, and you see most of the, NBA stars, EuroLeague stars, best coaches, you can have everything. What to do, how to respond. I really wish the guys, they will be able to present their way to play basketball, proud of our way to play basketball. Sometimes will be enough, sometimes not, but every single game is a different story. The most important, you can adjust, you can adapt, but you cannot change your style. And you don't have to change your style. I really wish to be able to make suitable Latvian style basketball with such a high level of scenario.
Yep.
Hi, coach. And what would be that Latvian style? What would be the signature of Latvian team?
You know, it's in order of our offensive and defensive collective game. I really like their coachability. I really like their, natural attitude to be a team, to work together on a court, to take advantages of the teamwork, and that's what I believe is more or less our signature during the last 2 years, no matter of the roster we present. Of course, we didn't arrive in World Cup with the roster we wish and we expect to present. But if I have to judge according with the previous experience, no matter what, we rotated 27 players during the last 2 years, and no matter what, we were capable to, let's say, compete and play with a style, no matter was the roster and the opponent. So I don't want to say this is our specificity, but if I have to recognize something, I really like the way they play together, and we cannot be efficient without to share the ball properly and without to share sacrifices, especially in defense, properly.
Do we have any more questions? Go ahead.
For Dairis, can I ask in Latvian?
Yes.
Dairi, treniņu nometne ir pagājusi. Varbūt tu vari kaut kā savilkt kopā, cik tā bija izaicinājumiem bagāta, vai tieši pretēji viss bija salīdzinoši godi. Varbūt pastāst par iespējām kopumā par treniņu nometni.
Treniņu nometnē, ja viss būtu bijis gludi, ja mums nebūtu nekāda savainojuma, viss, kas bija paredzēts, visi būtu gatavi spēlēt un trenēties jau no pirmās dienas. Diemžēl tā nebija. Tie arī bija tie lielākie izaicinājumi tikt galā ar tām traumām. Dažiem izdevās, dažiem nē. Un tai pašā laikā zinot, ka mums ir tie traumētie spēlētāji, bet pārējiem, kas ir gatavi turpināt strādāt un iet pareizajā virzienā. Un es domāju, ka tā daļa mums izdevās. Neskatoties uz to, ka tiešām lielāko daļu spēļu mēs nebijām pilnā sastāvā, tad ar visu to visi džeki labi strādāja, arī spēlēs bija laba atdeve un arī pašas spēles bija kopumā ļoti labas, es teiktu.
Then we'll have up front.
I will separate my question, one for a coach, and after that, Dairis would reply me. For the coach, the question is, you mentioned the balancing of emotions. After 5 wins in a row in preparation process, did the game against Lithuania help to balance those emotions? Un Dairi, tev jautājums par to, ka tev 4 fināla turnīri, Eiropas čempionāta fināla turnīri, bet tagad pasaules kausa, pēc tam pastāst lūdzu, kā atšķirās šī gatavošanās un kā tu sevi noskaņo un ko tu sagaidi?
Okay, let's say it's not exactly a matter of emotions, but of course it's a matter of sensations in order of, our consistency. We had good performances, giving the proper value of such games. And suddenly we arrive at this game with Lithuania, and especially in the first 2 periods, we look totally unprepared to face their aggressiveness, consistency, physicality. And we know, we talk about NBA players, plus many EuroLeague experienced players who can really take advantages of their tools. Okay, but exactly what we want, exactly what we wish. As a coach, I will answer tomorrow night after the game with Lebanon, because I believe that you have to show a wider vision about the way we arrive in this preparation, how many injuries we faced, how many adjustments we did during the last 3 weeks to offer everybody more or less the possibility through the therapies, through the extra practices, to be able to prove and to create a decent shape. Actually, I cannot tell you that we arrive here in our best condition. The condition is not homogeneous. You know, as you understand, there are people who's in practice since day one and people who just joined the team in the last days. It's a matter to see if it's enough. And also in order of the emotion, if that shock will help to canalize, to lead all our energy in a proper direction, to prepare the next game, to be humble, because that's the way a team like us has to approach such a competition, but to be also proud and conscious of our path and have some fun. Because not to forget, we are here to play basketball, and sometimes I look in their eyes and I see too much tension, and that's something I cannot accept, because what they do the best is play basketball, and the emotion they give to our fans is because of their pleasure to play basketball. So no tension. We have one more day to spit out all the negative vibes and approach the next game with the joy and the pleasure to be here, with a strong desire to compete, but also with the pleasure of people who knows his job and that is doing his job pretty well.
Tā treneris tik daudz runāja, ka es nezinu, vai es atcerēšos jautājumu, bet mēģināšu. Jā, tu pareizi teici, ir bijuši 4 Eirobasketi. Nu, vispār kopumā, ja mēs tā skatāmies, jau vakar kaut kam atbildēju, sanāk, man tūņās ir 34 gadi. Ja mēs skatām jauniešu izlases, vairāk nekā pusi savas dzīves valkāju sarkanu baltos krēklus ar Latviju uz krūtīm. Un tas noteikti ir īpašs moments, jo ir bijušas mums labas, skaistas uzvaras, ir bijuši sāpīgi zaudējumi. Un pēc visu tā, kam ir iet cauri, tagad būt šeit un spēlēt pasaules kausā, tas tiešām ir tāds piepildījums sajūta. Un es domāju, ka gan es personīgi, gan viss Latvijas basketbols to ir pelnījis. Un jā, otrā daļa, ka tev bija par gatavošanu. Okay. Jā, nu gatavošanās, vismaz man personīgi, zinot, ka tas ir tik liels notikums un ļoti iespējams, ka man tas ir pirmo un vienīgo reizi dzīvē, tad es jau pēc sezonas principā brīvu vispār neņēmu, sāku uzreiz trenēties, gatavoties, lai kad sākās izlases nometnes, būtu pēc iespējas labākā formā un jau no pirmās dienas gatavs strādāt un gatavoties pasaules kausam.
And do we have any questions? If not, that will conclude our press conference. Thank you, Coach. Thank you, guys. And good luck in your first World Cup.
Thank you.